What's up? I'm getting ready to throw a quick video together. My Canadian friends, Peat Sorb. It's a very good product. I met with some businesses today. Everyone's interested in it. Everyone wants to know where you can get it. So I'm getting ready to do a quick video together. I'm gonna keep it plain and simple because I don't want to bore anybody. And if you're interested, all you have to do is look at the links I'm gonna add to the bottom of the video, and I'll leave my contact information. So if anyone wants to know or reach out to the owners, all you have to do is contact me. I'll give you the information. And remember this, it's gonna be no middleman, no distributor, nobody like that. It's gonna be direct with the manufacturer. This stuff has been sold in the United States, it's being used everywhere. And the thing about it is it's earth friendly. So that's the good thing about it. And I'm gonna add another link that will really explain everything to it. And I'm just gonna use what I have laying around the house, give you a quick video of it. You can look at the attached video and you'll find out a lot more about it. So just check that out. Okay, for all my friends that saw that product, Peat Sorb, I'm getting ready to do a quick show and tell in my garage. Here you go. Look, you got some Cascade engine oil, got some gear oil, you got some cooking oil, and I got some paint, and my son Grayson's monster truck. It must have threw a rod because it's leaking oil. So we threw it in the lineup too because it's leaking oil. But I'm getting ready to show you how good this stuff works. I got my bag of Peat Sorb here. Just gonna throw it out. Throw it over everything. Throw it down. I got another test at the end I'm gonna do, follow-up test, just so you can see. I can see it. Just throwing it over everything. Just nothing hard, no rocket scientist to do this. It's just like any absorbent stuff as far as putting it out, but it's a night and day difference between any other absorbent stuff as far as clean up and what it does. This is the Michael Jordan of absorbents. This is no joke, and you'll see for yourself in the test that I'm doing. I tried to pretty much find everything I could think about to see what it works on, and got what little bit of stuff I got laying around the house. So it doesn't really take a lot, and as you can see, it's absorbing it, sucking it right up. It pulls all hydrocarbons in, it locks it in once it's on the inside. This stuff is earth friendly, and you can take it to the garbage and they can bury it in the landfill because it holds it in. Okay, now I'm just gonna take this little brush, and I'm not doing any scraping or anything like that. Just swifting it away like this right here. And I'm gonna try to keep every pile separate so you can see how it works on each individual thing. As you can see, it's absorbing that right up. Absorbing it up. Shaking it around. Go to the next one, the cooking oil. Absorbing it right up. The heavy duty gear oil is thick too, but it's absorbing it right up. Going over to the regular engine oil. Getting it right up. Just gonna pat it around, rub it around in there good. Keep moving it around. And I'm gonna end up raking them all together, making one big pile. Because like I said, you see all the different ingredients and stuff that I put down here. Give it a little bit more time to suck up. Move it around. Now it's been about maybe 3 minutes of me putting around in it. Like I said, I try to keep each one in its own pile, but I'm actually gonna rip them all together now. Cause like I said, I got a final test. So I'm gonna go with my son's monster truck engine oil.
Sweep it off to the side, see what we got. This is on a concrete floor in my garage, and as you can see, all gone, and this is just dry. Here you go, where the paint was at. And look at that, the only thing we left behind is like a moist looking spot where you could tell it cleaned the floor. Same thing right here, you know. Going over here to the cooking oil. You can't really even see where the cooking oil was at. And this one here is heavy duty. You can see where it was at. But if you look good, it's clean, but it's squeaky dry. And same thing here with the heavy duty truck oil. You can see a spot where it was at. But if you kept going over it, it probably would dry out. Really, that's where it's just shining the dirty floor, really. But I'm gonna take off my glove and show you something. I took off my glove and I wanna show you something. Like I said, those spot is actually, it's shiny looking. That's because it's got a little gloss on that dirty floor. But as you can see, even the places that haven't been did, like this, you can see the shine on it. But this right here, I'm gonna try to show you this the best I can. Look at my little ashy knuckles. Watch this. Turn it back and rubbing it on the floor, But you see that stuff? It's stuck, but you still see ash. There's no grease in that. It's no grease. Even on this spot right here, the heavy duty. Look at there. You see the Peat Sorb, but you don't look how ashy that hand still is. There's no grease down there. That stuff absorbed it all. And now I'm getting ready to rake it all in one big pile. And you can see, remember I told you I had one last test to show you. Well, actually one more. I'm gonna sneak inside before. I'm gonna sneak inside before my wife get home and do something quick. But then I'm gonna have a final test at the end of this video. I'm gonna show you. So let me get this up real fast and go to test 2, and then test 3 will be the final test. Look, everybody, I know exactly what you guys are thinking. No, he's not. But guess what? Yes, I am. And yes, I am before Tracy gets here, because if she caught me doing this, she would put her foot in my, you know what. But anyway, I just want to prove this stuff leaves no scent behind, no residue, no anything. And yes, let me put the samples down so I can get it and get out of here before Tracy get home. Okay, as you can see, I got all my samples down. You got King's lighter fluid, you got pink, and it is thick. You got regular vegetable cooking oil, and you got this gear oil. It's very thick, 85 140. It is very thick and gooey like honey. And then you got regular Castro engine oil. And as you're going to see, I'm getting ready to throw my Peat Sorb out. You know, it doesn't take much, but it takes enough, you know, to get it down. And immediately it starts absorbing it. This stuff really works good. I'm surprised that, you know, it haven't blown up over here as far as everyone using it, because it's been sold in the US. And everywhere I went today, everywhere, that gave me the time of day and watched it, first thing they said was, where can we buy it? Where can we get it? So I'm doing this video because I wanted them to see it in person today. I'm doing this video because, like I said, I want them to see it in person today for themselves. So when they see the video, they'll know it's a real product. It's nothing fake about it. It's not something that's, you know, that you're doing a trick with on the phone or on the video to make it look real. And then it's doesn't do half of the stuff it's supposed to do. It is real. And like I said, I'm confident enough where I'm literally throwing it down in my kitchen floor. And my wife will have no idea until she sees this video. But it's the real product. It's real. I made a lot of good connections today
with some major retailers that's got 500 stores and the other ones that's nationwide, and they were very interested and want information to purchase. And that's good because once they start distributing it, the individuals that want it can get it. Every individual, friend of mine and people that I know that I've showed it to, and I showed how it worked, they all wanted it. Where can we buy it? Where can we get it? So I said, look, I know the people that I deal with are the manufacturers. They're not a distributor. So if we get a distributor on this side of the US, they have one in Florida and they have one in California. When we get one on this side of the US, and the places that I met today, like Napa, the Speedco's and places like that, they're really interested and want information to buy it. So soon it will pop up. And one guy owns a couple stores. So, once it starts getting distributed through the different stores, that's good because then it'll blow up national on the East Coast. Let me get my brush and show you how I'm going to clean this stuff up. Cleanup is easy. You don't have to put any elbow grease in it. I just got, look at here. And remember the bristles on this brush. I'm going to show you how this stuff, once the Peat Sorb picks the stuff up and sucks it in, it does not let it go. That's why this stuff is safe to go in regular trash, to go to the landfill, because at the landfill, it does not release the oil and the hydrocarbons that this is taking inside. So, it's good to go. And you will not believe or see any trace of any of this stuff when I get to the end. As you can see, it's taking it up. It's absorbing it right in. And I'll just sweep it up, and I have a final test I'm gonna show at the end. This gear oil is really thick, really thick. And remember, once the Peat Sorb takes it in, it does not let it go. Another thing I want you to see, watch this. See how it's in the brush? Wait, I'm gonna prove that it's not wet, it's not sticking to the brush. It's just in the bristles of the brush, but it's completely dry. The Peat Sorb is in, and this is no tricks. This is the real deal, and you'll get to see it all for yourself. And the crazy thing is, I'm just brushing it around. Look, I'm not doing any hard scrubbing or any of that stuff. I'm just, look, 2 fingers, just brushing it around so that the part that's on the top that's still dry can get circulated through the middle and get mixed in with the moisture on the bottom. And that's all it takes. Once it makes contact with it, it sucks it in and it's over with. Yep. Almost done. When I first did this, I was thinking, uh-oh. And I could not believe this stuff really works as good as it does. It's nothing like the stuff that's sold here, that clay. Once that clay gets wet, it's just a nasty mess. And you can't really do anything with it, because it's just like wet clay. It's a nasty mess. And that's it. But this here, once you're done with it, you can throw it in a bag, throw it in a bin or a trash can and keep it, because you can keep reusing it until it's finally so full and absorbed as much as it could get. And it maintains, it pulls in 10 times its body weight. So you can use it for a while and reuse it. And then once it's finally full, then throw it in the trash. It goes to the landfill, gets buried, and contains the oil and the hydrocarbons inside. Okay, here you go. It's been about probably 3 to 4 minutes, but look at this here. I just rushed it around, trying to sweep it back now so you can see there's no shine, there's nothing on the floor, from lighter fluid to paint to cooking oil to this thick 85 140 gear oil, and that's nothing on the floor. From this truck oil, this 1040 truck oil, and then look how dry this is. Look how this gets knocked around still, because this absorbs it and it's still dry. And listen to this, listen good. Hear that? Hear that? Hear that? Hear that? Every spot of that floor where anything was at is completely dry. And like I said, that shine that's the shine on the floor, as you can see.
Well, here you go, everyone. They always say the criminals return to the scene of the crime. And as you can see, you see no sign of any shine from that oil. Like I said, that glitter like that shines from the towel. But you don't see any signs of any oil or anything down there. That stuff really works, man. Peat Sorb, that's it. You gotta get you some. Okay, back in the garage. That's the Peat Sorb that I use out here for the test on the garage floor. And here's the Peat Sorb I use for test 2 inside the house. I'm just gonna dump it all together, and you know how much stuff have been inside. And you really look at that floor, you really can't really tell where that stuff was even at earlier in here in the garage that I did. Cause it's like I said, it's just when I swept it all together, it just got the floor looking shiny, but it's dry. But anyway, I'm getting ready to put it all together and do a little final test. And this is the final test. I'm gonna put as much of it as I can in this jar. And you saw all that oil and everything has been inside of it. Inside and outside. Get as much as I can in there. It all might fit. Yep, it's all gonna fit. So as you can see, it really wasn't a lot used. I practically got it all up, except for that little bit. I can get it in there. Yep. So practically got it all in there, except for that little bit of dust. Pretty much right there. Now I gotta get some water. Pause for a minute. Now I got a half a glass of water I'm pouring in. I don't know if it's gonna hold it all. It's not gonna hold a lot of it. I'll get as much as I can get in so I can do this final test. It should run to the bottom because Peat Sorb does not absorb water. It repels water, it just absorbs the carbohydrates. Let it settle down. As you can see, half is wet, half is dry because it's going all the way to the bottom. Put the rest of this water in there. It's going through. Water's running to the bottom, as you can see. Almost got it in. Got right at half a quart. I don't know if it's gonna hold all of it, but putting in what I can put in. As you can see, it's rising up. Still got some in there dry as the water's soaking down through. I may get it all in. It's almost it. Yep. Got all the water in. Now I'm going to show you the final test. Okay, now you can see I got this glass filled with all the Peat Sorb that I've used, and I was able to get a half a quart of water in. As you can see, it's all out in there. Now I'm gonna set up. Got a white rag. It's a little dirty, but it'll still work. Gonna set up it like a filter, so you can see what happens. It's gonna be trying to hard by myself, but get it done. I'm gonna pour this into the jar, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna have to hold right here so this don't slip, because I'm going down like this. I want you to see nothing comes out of the Peat Sorb.
Nothing comes out of the Peat Sorb. Nothing comes out of the Peat Sorb. Nothing
but water. See, I'm straining it. It's going in. and you won't see nothing but crystal clear water coming out in the bottom. I may have to get something to get it out of there because it's clogged up in there now. But you see nothing coming out but crystal clear water. I'm gonna have to take a spoon and get it out. Okay, I had to switch out and get me something with a bigger neck. Because when I put the put the this down here as the strainer, it was making the hole so small when I packed it in there that the water wasn't running through fast enough, so it was bogging up. So I had to get me something like this picture right here. It has a lot bigger neck. So with the strainer in it, let me set up the strainer. It's a lot wider and I could go ahead and dump it in there. Well, I just had a disaster trying to do it without my little helper. He haven't got home from school yet, but the rag almost slipped and fell in the pitcher, so it would have been full of this stuff here in the water, and you wouldn't have seen how crystal clear it is. It doesn't let any oil out of it, but I can show you. As you can see, it's wet just like it was when I had it on the dustpan. But watch this. If you squeeze it, I'm squeezing it. You see it squeeze together. You don't see any oil on my hand. You see a little moisture on my hand from what little bit of water that's on the outside of it. But it really works. And like I said, it locks the hydrocarbons in, the oil, diesel fuel, and all that stuff. So I'm getting ready to clean up because so it works. Everybody that saw it today was really amazed and really pleased with what they saw and interested in becoming sellers of it. So hopefully things will work out and go on the East Coast soon.